Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is running. If you watched any of my videos before, you know that I love to run. I've been running for probably 10 years, 11 years. I was never really a serious runner. Sometimes I would just, do 5, 10, 12 miles a week. I'd go out on my Sunday run, 3, 4 miles with my friends. A 10K race, 6.2 miles, was sometimes the highlight of my running season. I would every now and then run a half marathon just to say, okay, I can do a half marathon. But the last couple years I've gotten a little more serious running. 2, 3 years ago I logged a lot of miles. This year I've logged a lot of miles. However, I had never really run like an official marathon until about, not even, or that kind of distance until about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I want to talk about marathon training today. And I think that people overcomplicate the marathon training. They think too much about it. They read too many things. They get confused, or they're too rigid. They're really too rigid with the plans. Here's a great story. One of my friends that I run with, he's running a marathon this weekend. Okay. Now for the last like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, I've been hearing him every Sunday when we run talk about his training plan, how he's building up, and then how he's cutting back, and back. So he ran like 7 miles this last Sunday. I probably ran, I don't know, I ran a good 13-mile trail run. We actually separated this Sunday. Usually we run together. I would have ran 15 or 20 on the street this week if I did street, but I did an outrageous trail run with a friend and kicked my butt with a different friend. So I've been listening to him talk about his training plan and how he's doing one long run, 20 to 22 miles, and then he's trailing back. And I hear that from a lot of people. Now my buddy he's running 3 marathons this year, and he runs a marathon every year this time, and he runs every week. So he's an avid runner, and he does a long run. So a long run I mean by 10 miles, 12 miles, 15 miles, 16 miles, things like that. So I've been listening to his plan. Now as I've been listening to this, I woke up yesterday morning and I realized that I'm running an ultra marathon this weekend, and I haven't given any thought like he has to a training plan. I'm running an ultra trail run, a 32-miler trail run on some pretty technical single track trails. There'll be a little bit of rock climbing in there, and 32 miles, and I'll be out for probably 6 hours doing this run. Maybe 7 hours, maybe 7 hours, yeah, 7 hours. And I have given no thought to a training plan, okay? I just run, okay? So here are my tips. And the first time I did my first marathon, I went right from an ultra, I went right from a 13-miler, then I did a 19-miler, and then all of a sudden, 5 days before, somebody told me about this really cool 30-miler trail run, an ultra, and said, Marcus, you should do this. And I was like, yeah, right, I should do it. But I had no training plan, right? I just went out there and ran it, and I did good. I loved it. I had a great time, and I did it. So if you go on the internet and you look up marathon training plans, you'll find a lot of different things, but people say, this long run is crucial. Here's what I find crucial. First is your mindset. You've got to have a positive mindset. You've got to be able to say, I'm going to do this. This is what I want to do, and set the goal and vision. A lot of visualization, okay, of you doing this marathon or this distance or this ultra marathon or whatever it is. A lot of visualization, okay, good feelings, good thought process, happy feelings. I was told a long time ago when I said, I don't know if I can do a marathon, the person looked at me and goes, Marcus, if you can run 1, why can't you run 26? It's just repetition. I'm like, well, duh, I guess so. That makes sense, right? So this summer, I've read a lot of books by ultra marathoners, people that run more than 26 miles. They run 30 miles, 50 miles, 100 milers. Like, I've read some really good books. I've read books from triathletes as well. So my mindset has shifted, like, okay, I've just slowly skipped over that 26 mile, because that 26 mile is a mindset for people. People say, oh, you're going to hit your wall. And many people say, oh, you hit a wall at mile 22, you hit a wall at mile 20. And guess what? You hit the wall there because you're expecting that. No, visualize past the wall. Visualize, don't even talk about the wall that you're going to hit. It's simple. It's very simple. You run. If You feel winded. If you feel tired, you walk a little bit. Then you run again. It's just a matter of getting out there and doing it, okay? Nobody's telling you to go out and, do a sub 3-hour marathon, anything like that. If that's your goal, that's fine, that's perfect. But people overcomplicate. Like, I'm going to hit this wall. What do I do? You know what you do? You walk, you rest, you run again. You go with the flow. Here's the key thing that's helped me running. Runners never run out of, long distance runners, and I'm not talking about sprinters. Distance runners never run out of breath, okay? There's always enough breath, there's always enough breathing. You run out of muscle strength to actually propel yourself forward. That's what people run out of. It's muscle strength. It's not breath, because you can recatch your breath, okay? You stop running, a minute later, your breath is fine, you can go again, okay? But it's the muscle strength that people can't physically do that with. So, muscle strength is key, and fueling yourself with the right foods is key, okay? Lots of high quality carbs. Carbohydrates are the fuel that your body desires, that your body needs, that your body's gonna burn. Fuel, carbohydrates, but not just any carbohydrates, not white pasta, not white bread, not candy, not Gatorade, not refined sugar. Fruit. Fruit is a phenomenal carb. It's an amazing food. Dried fruit especially is condensed calories, very calorie dense, like dried bananas, dried mango, dried figs are my favorite, dried dates. These are all great snacks to have prior and before. I like to eat very clean and very raw and uncomplicated foods. I do eat brown rice, I'll do eat quinoa, I'll do eat things like that. But very simple and very clean a couple days before my marathon, because I don't want to load myself up with gluten, okay? Especially gluten, gluten. That stuff binds yourself up. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat meat, I don't eat cheese, but all that stuff is really binding in your body, okay? You want to be comfortable today. If you don't want any GI, gastrointestinal, you don't want no digestion issues. I had digestion issues a couple weeks when I ran my 51 mile, or the first 36 miles were misery. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible. So I try to keep my body running clean. I made some mistakes prior to that, and I paid for it. I just paid for it. But the thing is, we overcomplicate the thought process, we overcomplicate the training, we overcomplicate what other people tell us about running a marathon, and all of a sudden it seems like impossible, or this big major feat to do, okay? It's not. It's not a big major feat to do. It's something that we're designed to do. Our bodies are designed to do it with proper training. And what I mean by proper training is just get out there and run, do it, feel good. Don't get out there and do anything irresponsible. Of course, work your way up. But anybody can do this. And point proven, Gary Null in New York City runs every Sunday workshop in Central Park. He'll take anybody, any age, any fitness level. And they start early April, and by November, they're ready to run the New York City Marathon. Okay? But it talks about all that I just talked about. That's what it encompasses. It talks about all of that. Okay? So the long runs are always important. Nutrition, always important. Mindset, always important. All this is so important, but people just really overcomplicate everything. They overcomplicate them themselves to where they know they're going to hit a wall, and they know that they're actually, this is going to be like a major milestone. You know what? My goal 3 months ago was to run a marathon distance a month, and I've been doing that. I've been doing ultras every month, and this Sunday's a 32 miler. So it's just, you know what? It's my mindset. I'm going to go out and run. I'm going to do it. Now, of course, I might be a better runner than other people, but the reason I am is because my mindset to begin with is I love to run. I love to run hills. I love to run hills. A lot of people don't run hills at all. They're like, I would rather run up the mountain here and do a 2,000-foot elevation run in a 10-mile run than run flat. To me, running flat is boring, so I've trained myself, I've programmed myself that I love hills. Hills are where it's at. Mountains are where it's at. So it's just what you tell yourself that's important about mindset. Very important about mindset. So for me, I'm in the mindset, hey, I can run a marathon whenever I want. On the drop of a dime, I can run out. I can walk out the door right now and just run 20 miles. And what I'm going to do this week is I'm running 32 on Saturday. I want to get one 20-mile run in this week, okay? I haven't phased back my distance at all. I want to get one 20-miler in this week. Today's Tuesday. I'd like to go out today. I got up early. It was raining, though. I would love to get 20 in today or 20 in tomorrow. Even Thursday, get 20 in and take Friday off. Or maybe do 15 on Thursday, take Friday off, and then Saturday I'm ready to go, just ready to go. After that I might take 1 or 2 days off. I might even do a 3 or 6 miler the next day, who knows. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. Hope that helps you with your marathon training. Don't overcomplicate things. Get out there and run, get out there and do it, and get that mindset positive. Thanks for watching this video. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, and definitely leave your comments. What's your plans for marathon training? What have been your downfalls? What have been your success stories of training for a marathon? Thanks for watching.
I can't stop it tonight. This epidemic, I'm trying to fight, but pressure's rising now.